Hi, ophiuchusmoon. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Divine Femme Care at 144. Very happy, grateful, and blessed to bring you this reading. This reading is designed for those who have their moon sign in the zodiac sign of Ophiuchus. Unlimited to anyone who should come across this message. For this reading, I will be doing a 6-card spread, and I will be using the Melanated Classic Tarot deck. I'm going to go ahead and begin shuffling, and we will get started. And I will say, as I'm getting these cards prepared, that Ophiuchus, with you being in between Scorpio and Sagittarius, I'm getting more of a Sagittarian energy that you're connecting to, more of a fiery energy that you're connecting to, along with your warrior spirit, where both of those energies are tying in together and just being a force. Taking action on all formats, especially when it comes to your own personal self. Thank you, Spirit. I'll go ahead and split the deck here. I'll leave that right there so we can see. Okay, so first card. The Wounded Warrior card here. So this is exactly what I was feeling with this warrior energy that I was just speaking on, where I feel that there's been a 5 of Wands energy, and with that in between feeling of having both your energy and the Sagittarius energy, this 3 of Wands energy. Wands energy is Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. And with the Wands energy as well, I feel that has everything to do with your representation, having to do with your stability. I'm noticing here too that this individual, and this may or may not be you, take it as it resonates, has been through some situations, kind of reflecting on these 5 of Wands here, but ready to begin anew here with this Ace of Wands and experiencing new prospects and opportunities with the 3 of Wands energy here, where ships are coming in, I feel. Stability has been built, where I do feel this wand energy overall is speaking on structure of a home, or just overall just having to do with stability and what is important to you and what you value. There are a lot of clouds here too, where I'm seeing this as like a dreamy energy as well, where manifestations are coming into fruition. This is also the card of Chiron, so depending on where your Chiron is, I would say that's pretty significant as well, but there is a prospect of reaping and seeing the fruits of your labor with some abundance that's brought in from the ancestors, and having to go through some trial and tribulation, that 5 of Wands energy there, in order to be able to move forward towards that 3 of Wands energy with the Ace of Wands, speaking of a new beginning. 9 energy is also the Sagittarian energy that I was also speaking on, with the 9th house being Sagittarius. So I just feel that, you know, I was channeling these arrows here, and so I just feel like you have gone ahead and shot your shot, and quite a few of them. And I mean, whether or not you realize it, I feel like a lot of those arrows are hitting, and you're going to be pretty successful and reap quite a bit of reward given what one has gone through and had to experience. But it's all having to do with your purpose in life. And everything that happens in our life always happens for us to make us better people in life. And it's whether or not we take upon that choice and how we move accordingly with what we're given. So let's see what the second card is. Oh, 9 energy too. Also want to say, you may have been quite the humanitarian as well, and doing a little bit of overextending yourself to where this bandage is necessary. And with that humanitarian energy that you've been expressing and displaying, just kind of experiencing, I feel, that Five of Wands energy, where there may be some defensiveness from others or competition of some sort, even though we're not really in competition, because we all have something truly innate and unique to offer as individuals. But this is being reflected upon, I feel, definitely in order to move forward. The second card is the Judgment card. So the angels are here to help you and let you know this. This is the card of 20, which is 2 10s here combined, speaking to some definite endings that are bringing about great change. Great change dealing with that structure and stability we're speaking on. In career, this could also be dealing with architecture, construction. So something that's very important to you that has to do with your life's purpose. The angels are here. And as I was saying about shooting your shot, that correlates with, the seeds that you've been planting and how those seeds have been nurtured, if they've been watered, if they've been taken care of. And the Judgment card is here to bring some balance into play so that you're able to reap those rewards. It's almost like the angel has your back here. And this is happening for many families. I feel very strongly about overall a particular collective energy. And this is also, I feel, part of your purpose is being an awakener, helping others going through an experience or experiences on your journey. Still kind of being, in that reflective phase of that Five of Wands, but the angel is here sounding the horn, bringing judgment upon everybody. Like, no one is immune to this. And so whether you have planted good seeds or bad seeds, and not necessarily bad, just something not of a higher vibration that's going to be sown. We reap what we sow. But I do feel there's a lot of joy and happiness I'm getting in this card. A lot of emotion and heartfelt energy. Seeing these families in the water, I do feel this is like a coming upon of a particular energy of a family or something that is destined to take place, where people are coming alive, becoming awake with the sounding of the horn from the trumpet. And I want to say too, seeing this family here already in the water, it's almost like a rebirth, I feel, for this particular energy back here, whether this be wholeness within one person or actual family. But a rebirth and a restart in the emotional department, dealing with probably, some old conditionings and coming upon a new way of life, where there is, genuine love and true connectedness, being awake and realizing, that we're all connected and that everything that we do affects not just one individual, but many and all. And I want to say too, like, it's almost like a row, like even after this family here presented here, coming out of the grave, being, wakened from the dead, Like it's almost like a rowing where they're going to flow through this water, and then there's a family right behind it. They're going to become awakened, and then they're going to move forward and go into the path that's, you know, more destined for them in this life. And being more in a free state, sovereign, I'm getting with those mountains there. Being out in the open and fresh air, connected to the earth's core and just one with nature. And then also too, the 2 10s come to 20, which breaks down to a 2. So this could also be dealing with a partnership or just matters overall in general with the 2nd house, which is Taurus energy. Having to do, going back to that stability and what is meant for one in this lifetime as far as money, structure, responsibility, luxuries, comforts. Good Taurian energy there. And then also too, this is the 2nd card. So with that being a 2, and then we have another 2. 2 and 2 is for, I would say, you know, that has everything to do again with stability. And then also 4th house energy as well, dealing with Cancer energy and love and nurture. And emotion and that connectedness from that water energy I was getting there. So that would just confirm it. And then, you know, matters of the home and how one is love, sees love. Like there's an awakening to all of this. There's a lot of good energy that's being assisted in bringing about possibly something that was missing for a lot of people. And I feel that this energy here has quite a bit to do with that, with this being the 1st card and the energy of 9 and the humanitarian energy there. We do have a full moon coming up too, seeing this energy here where this appears to be like a moon for me. So there may be, you know, also with this full moon, more of this energy, this judgment energy coming into play. I would say with the moon shifts. Or excuse me, not moon shifts, but the moon phases and transits. The 3rd card we have here is the 10 of Swords. Swords energy, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. With this representing a 10, I would say that one of these 10s is actually speaking to one of these 10s here in this 20 from the Judgment card. And then also too, noticing that, you know, we have the 9 of Wands, which the next card would be the 10 of Wands. It's possible this could be dealing with burdens and massive backstabbing, heartbreak, deception, energy, or just coming to an ending with something that needs to be done. But 10 of Wands and 10 of Swords energy, judgment being called upon this energy here, going through these experiences that are helping one to awaken, and not just one, but many. 10s, you know, definitely speak to final endings of something. And with the extensiveness of the energy of this card and just seeing the swords and the blood, it's like coming to an ending, like almost like the death card energy, which is the card of 13, which is your energy. And then that also breaks down to a 4, that 4 I was speaking to with the 2 and 2, having everything to do with stability. And then also 4th house, which is matters of the home, and that Cancerian energy. But an ending of a way of life, a way of being, of a situation, you know, possibly a relationship, as we have that 2 energy, or a partnership of some sort. And with it being so close to this water is very still, where this water has movement. And so it's like, this is just like a definite type ending here. I feel too, like I'm getting that Taurus energy, seeing the material, physical energy here, and then moving into the water energy there. And then the horizon, I feel, are these same particular mountains here that are kind of in a shadow aspect. These purple mountains here connected to the water. Almost like this is on the other side. They're flip-flop. So this is one side of the mountain. This is on the other side. And bringing judgment in for these energies here. Okay, so the next energy we have, fourth card, is the Strength card. So with the Strength card, this being a card of 8, this is Leo energy, and with this falling underneath that Wounded Warrior card, there's a great deal of strength that is necessary, and I feel this energy here has everything to do with this Five of Wands energy and possibly a taming of the beast energy, going through a situation with a partnership or a relationship, as this Magician here, she does have the infinity symbol above her head, and that's Gemini energy, is closing the mouth of this Leo here. So just take it as it resonates and what this is coming off as for you. And then 8th house energy is also related to the house of Scorpio. So depending on the placements that you have in your chart. But seeing those split as well, I'm seeing energy of 3. So this may have to deal with, you know, some situations, that deceit, possibly, you know, third-party energy, and the 5 alone on itself having to deal with change and speaking to that change that's needing to take place. And this is the change, the taming of the beast, being in one's own strength and having the purity and the spirituality to be able to do that, to be in that strength, to be able to be that wounded warrior there, who has that life purpose of going through these experiences, this 5 of Wands energy. You know, with that defensive energy I was getting from that 5 of Wands, it's possible, you know, this Leo energy, whether this be you or not, I feel it's related to that. So going from an 8 to a 9 here. And then seeing the purple hills too, we'll just go ahead and correlate that with that as well. And then the yellow energy that we have here, where the cloudiness has kind of come over with that 10 of Swords energy. But this energy of the purple hills and the yellow background, speaking of joy, abundance, Jupiter energy, but yeah, that Scorpio energy too, I would say is definitely speaking to relationships, secrecy, financial situations. And with this being underneath the Wounded Warrior card, Judgment coming into play, assisting with that strength, you know, as you come into your own strength, being able to overcome Five of Wands energy, there's awakenings, not just, you know, for you. There's a level up for everyone that's involved. So let's see what the fifth card is. And this was the same placement in the Scorpio moon reading. So I would say, you know, with Scorpio being right before your sign and that Sagittarius energy that I was getting, and then speaking on that Scorpio energy with the 8th house. If you haven't seen the Scorpio moon reading, I would check it out just to see if that resonates for you. But with this falling underneath, the Judgment and the Justice card have been coming out together quite a bit lately. And so with that and with this pairing, I would definitely say this is speaking volumes to actual movement and balance being brought into situations, along with these awakenings where, you know, if things have been out of balance, they're now being brought into balance, not just brought into balance, but also with the truth being told. With the truth being told, and with more individuals coming into more of their heart space and being able to utilize that as part of that justice energy there. Card of 11, I'm also getting, you know, that breaking down to a 2. So we have, you know, that second card energy, this breaking down to a 2 from the 20, and this adding up to a 2 from the 1 and 1, which is 2, 2, 2. So you may be seeing 2, 2, 2. There's also a mirroring energy here. So this may be two different people when I'm speaking on partnership or a relationship. And just that balance being brought in with the judgment call of someone, you know, being brought into your life to help you. And this could be also dealing with legal matters as well, and just having the strength to be able to get through certain situations and being assisted from the divine as well, where definite balance is coming into play. And I'm getting this too as like a crown chakra energy, but also dealing with the heart space and that emotion that I was getting. Because the pink is the color of the heart chakra. And then with the crown chakra energy, like this jewel is on the third eye area of the crown that's being worn. So that third eye work, also assisting in movement with change. Being in one's intuition, being able to utilize that as a great tool to be able to progress and succeed in fairness and in balance. And then also, before we move on, Aquarian energy, I'm getting as well here. And I would say that has everything to do with the planetary energies right now. Speaking on that abundance, Jupiter in Aquarius, there's a lot going on with Aquarius energy, and then the age of Aquarius as well. I just feel like this overall energy that we're continuing to move forward in is speaking quite loudly, and there's definite changes that are being made in many people's lives where they're becoming awake. And, you know, if that has to be through the Wounded Warrior energy or the Ten of Swords energy or both, as painful as these situations may seem, again, everything that happens in our life always happens for us and never happens to us. It's always for the greater good, so that we can all be here and be happy and live in just and fairness and balance, and not in a competition energy or a defensive energy where we feel we have to fight or struggle or go through pain. Judgment and justice are like the pillar on the sides of this, depending on what that 6th card is. I feel this is, you know, going to be related to that Ten of Swords energy. And I didn't mention this either, but At least I don't think I did. I know I didn't. The 10 breaking down to a 1, with that also speaking to a new beginning. Excuse me, we do have the Ace of Wands energy here as well. That I did mention that could be totally related to that breakdown of the 1, but also to of the Ace of Swords energy, where there's clarity that's being brought in, whether that be by the angels or, you know, a particular person. Just necessary things that need to take place, whether they seem painful or not, but they're all going to be beneficial for the greater good of not just one individual, but everybody. So the 6th card. And I was just speaking on this Death card energy because that's what I was getting with that Scorpio energy. And then your energy here with that 13 and that 4 energy that I was getting as well. But the Death card is here speaking to an ultimate, definite ending of something. And totally related to this Justice and Judgment. But again, the 13 is breaking down to a 4, speaking on that stability from that Wands energy, and then from the 4 energy that we got earlier from the Judgment with the 2 and the 2. And then also the Cancerian energy dealing with matters of the home. So this may be the ending of, you know, a marriage, moving away from that and moving towards what one feels is serving them. It's possible that, you know, they were in a relationship, you were in a relationship that is no longer serving them, and something had to come to a definite end after some deception, heartbreak, heartache, pain, painful situations that I feel too may be dealing with, like creativity or abundance, money, matters of money that had everything to do with stability, trying to be stable, but it was built on faulty foundation. And so there's a hardcore ending right here that's being put to an end. The sun is rising. So it's interesting that we have, you know, 2 Leo energies here, I feel, on both ends of the Justice card, which is the polarity of Aquarius, that 11th house energy. So like almost like a pole shift that's taking place here. And some people may be upset. I feel, you know, with this change, some are going to be, you know, supportive and happy. But overall, the sun is rising. The sun is rising. And so while we have, you know, a definite ending with the Scorpio energy, and this is a night, and so with that night too, I would say, you know, there's a defending of one's, I would say, personality, one's stability, what one represents after having been, you know, backstabbed or treated unfairly. A lot of good purple energy in here too, so I feel, you know, you were utilizing the crown chakra area. Coming into that and tapping into that and being able to use that to your benefit. The sun is rising in between 2 towers, so there's tower energy here as well. Just attesting to that faulty foundation, you know, where with that tower energy, anything that's built on faulty foundation is going to crumble and come down so that something greater and better can be built upon. You know, you learn from situations, you learn your lesson, and do your best to move forward in a more positive and upbeat and heartfelt manner that's best for everyone. The white horse is sticking out. That may be significant. I feel like that speaks to the amount of movement that's taking place with this death energy. And I would say too, yeah, I'm just overall getting like this may have to deal mainly, I would say, with a relationship or a partnership, or just an individual coming into their own and, you know, moving away from what no longer serves them, coming into a pure state where it's going to bring in more abundance and more connection with the heart space. I feel that also too, one's creativity is going to be better received and recognized and appreciated with this movement as well. And with the Leo energy that I was speaking on with the sun rising, it's, you know, the happiest card of the deck. And so there is a movement towards more happiness and joy and abundance, and being in a less defensive state, being able to take this armor off, being able to fill back up with, you know, joy and love, and coming back to life. That Judgment card there. Coming back to life. And fairness and balance being brought in after some struggle. This could also be, I feel too, one side where this is one particular energy, and this being another side where this is a whole separate energy. So two people in a partnership, one person in one side of the partnership, one person on the other side of the partnership, where they're mirroring similar energies. Having that strength to be able to move forward and be in pure state, collecting, you know, that abundance that is meant to be. I'm seeing these mountains here. I feel like that's definitely connected to the mountain energy that I was getting from this Judgment card, and just being on the other side of glory, and it being an incoming situation. All right, so Ophiuchus moons, this was your reading. I hope that these messages were helpful. I feel that this is one of the most powerful and impactful readings, that where words don't really need to be, a whole lot of things don't need to be said. I feel like these cards really speak for themselves, and the message is clear that there's been, you know, much heartache, much pain, where it feels like, you know, oh my gosh, I can't believe, you know, I have to go through this or anything. But again, I'll say it again. Sorry if I sound like a broken record. But what happens for us always happens, or what happens, you know, always happens for us and for our greatest good. And I feel with the Judgment and Justice, that just speaks to the divine that always has your back and is always going to be there to assist us to be able to live our best lives. And that goes through transformation, you know, pain with transformation. You transform and you get away from that. You move towards greater. Pain, you know, you go through it, you gain strength and you gain purity. Moving forward in a positive manner, being able to tame, you know, prideful, you know, over courageous, egotistical behavior. It may have been a struggle, but there's greatness ahead. So the overall message, I would say, you know, just to stay positive and always look ahead and know that you are protected, that the divine is here, they are speaking loudly, and that, you know, this is all for the best for you. So I thank you so much for allowing me to be in your space. I hope you enjoyed this reading and that it was very helpful for you. I wish you all the best, and do take care. I love you. Peace.